الحمد لله وكفى وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى أما بعد اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربي زدني علما ربي زدني علما ربي زدني علما السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Come on guys, there are almost 60. Yes, there are more than 60 participants over here. Jazakumullah khair to everyone for joining this course. I pray inshallah this is a source of guidance for all of us. Uh, uh, there are almost 150, 160 people on the group, but I can only see over here almost 60 odd. This was expected. Maybe some people will hear it online, some people might join later. But again, Jazakumullah khair for joining the course. Inshallah, we intend to cover the lessons which we learned from Surah Yusuf over the next 6 weeks, over 12 sessions, inshallah. As shared earlier, our sessions are going to be on Saturdays and Sundays at 5 p.m. UAE time and 6 p.m. Pakistan time. The intention is not to cover the entire story of Surah or to basically narrate the story of Surah Yusuf. We understand that majority of you are already aware of the story of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam, and the whole intention behind doing this session is to focus and to reflect on the lessons which we learned from the story of from Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam, because this is because the reason why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions stories in the Quran are not just for the sake of just just for the sake of narrating a story, and that we just know, okay, how did the story start and how did the story end. But the whole idea of mentioning stories in the Quran are that so that we can take lessons from those stories, and then once we take lessons from those stories, we implement that and bring that into our lives. So that is the whole focus of the Quran. When the Quran narrates stories of the prophets and any stories which are narrated in the Quran, so that is the main focus. So that is what I want to fix day one, as in the niyyah of everyone in this classroom should be that we're all doing this course so that we can correct ourselves, learn from the lessons, learn from what has been told in the Quran, and then accordingly fix our lives based on that. So that is the whole focus. So all of us who are in this class should have this intention. I have this intention. We all need to have the intention that we all fix our lives based on the guidance given in the Quran. Similarly, second, yes, the whole idea of doing the session is that Allah Ta'ala provides us guidance, that we fix our life, and we become better human beings and better Muslims. So if on the outright the niyyah is clear, the niyyah is okay, then inshallah the result is also going to be fine. Second thing is just a brief introduction about myself. My name is Aiman Iqbal, and I am a graduate of the Ilm Institute. I'm a student of Shaykh Tauqeer Saab, and I am an accounting and finance professional by profession, and I have been working in the corporate environments for the last 15 years or so. So yeah, that is a brief introduction about myself. I am a married person, and I have 4 kids. And I have my personal interests. I like playing sports, and like reading books, and and want to keep improving myself as a human being. The classroom is quite big, or else I would have liked that I take introductions from all of you. But inshallah, over the next 6 weeks or so, we will get to know each other. as we progress through the course. There were a few instructions which I had shared on the group before we started. So I understand that majority of the people on the group are the parents of the children. So I'll just read them around aloud so that everyone is clear. So once we set the rules correctly, then we can progress with the course. See, what we want is the students should keep their videos open so that I can see you guys, you can see me. I have kept my video open, so I expect that you guys also keep your videos open so that it doesn't feel to me that I'm talking to the walls around. I'm speaking to proper human beings. Nowadays you don't even know that I'm speaking to bots. Maybe there are robots sitting around who are listening to me, so I don't want that to be the case. So we want human beings. I want to see people so that I know, and then based on your facial expressions I can understand that you guys are understanding what I'm saying, and then I can accordingly pace the course. The second is that you should be sitting in a quiet environment, on a comfortable environment, because it's not that we don't want this session to just be a bayan sort of a thing that I keep going, that I keep talking on and on and on. It's going to be, inshallah, I'll try to make it as interactive as possible. I'll be asking questions. I would expect you guys to respond, and then there's going to be a back and forth so that we make it interactive. 3, the students should stay mute all the time, as in the default is that you should be on mute. When I ask you guys to speak up, yes, you guys speak up. When I identify a certain person that speak up, then you also speak up. So that is how we'll be going through the course. If you want to, if you want to share something, if you want to speak out, there is an option on Zoom where you can raise your hand, and once you raise the hand, basically then you can then I'll give you the chance to speak up, and then you speak up. So you don't just start speaking right away. You raise your hand over Zoom. There's a functionality to raise your hand. Once you raise your hand, then I'll take your name out, and then you can speak, and then again go on mute. Yes. So Rida Deal is saying that you can't see the option. So for example, so there is a reaction. If you see, if you see on your screen, there is a button called reactions. If you press on that reactions, you will see raise hand over there. So when you click on raise hand, that's how you can raise your hand, and then accordingly I'll call your name out. So Ridadi, if you can try doing that, problem solved. Okay, great. Thank you very much. And as I had requested, that everyone should be carrying a notebook and a pen with you. So as I speak, we will be taking notes, inshallah, and then that is how you will be able to better memorize what is being taught. Because if you just keep hearing, a lot of it might get lost by the time the class ends. So make notes. The best is that you make notes, bring these learnings in your life, and also tell people around you also. For example, if you have certain friends who have not joined the course, whatever you learn from this course, make it a habit that you go and share that with them. If you share that with them, inshallah, they will also benefit, but then you will get a lot of benefit because it will stay within you, as in you will not forget it. And the best way is that you just act on what all is being taught. The more you keep acting on it, the more it is easy to learn it. An example of that is Surah Fatiha. We recite Surah Fatiha multiple times in our day. The end result of that is we never forget Surah Fatiha. Anybody would just wake you up in the middle of the night and just tell you to recite Surah Fatiha right away. I am sure majority of us would not even make a mistake. Why? Because we practice that so much day in and day out, that we just don't forget it. So that is the whole idea. If you guys want to take back what is being taught over here and keep it with you, act on it, revise it, make notes, keep revising it, share it with people around. Inshallah, this will stay with you for a long time. Anybody has any questions? Any questions from anyone? The floor is open. You can use the audio and speak up. Anybody who doesn't have a notebook, kindly keep a notebook with you, please. That is very essential to keep so that you can learn things and you can make notes and then you can refer to them later on. If you don't make notes, you might forget a lot. What days do we have a class? The classes are on Saturdays and Sundays, 5 p.m. UAE time, 6 p.m. Pakistan time, and accordingly you can check wherever you're based. Yes, Aisha Azim has raised a hand. Yes, yeah. My suggestion is also I can see a lot of people are there on Zoom with not their real names, because I can see Aisha Azim is raising a hand. I'm sure the person who I can see over there is not Aisha. Definitely, he seems to be a boy. So kindly keep your own names on Zoom so that it's easy for me to call you guys out. Yes, somebody was raising a hand. Kindly speak up. How long does, yes, the class lasts for 1 hour. Guys, the class is not even started and you guys want it to end. Yeah? So the class is going to be from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Yes, somebody is raising a hand. Kindly speak up. Just don't raise hands. Speak up, please.
Can we take notes on our device?
You can take notes on your device. That's fine. As far as you're making notes, that's okay. Your device can be distracting. That is a side note. But if just make notes. If you're okay to make digitally, make them. If you make okay to make notes in your notebook, that's also fine. But just please make notes. Yeah. Anybody else? All right.
Yes, me. Maybe I got a question. Sorry.
Yes, please.
Will you help us with the notes, or we just got to make notes?
No, you guys have to make notes. I'll be stating whatever I want to, but then you guys can make notes as how you want to go along with it. Okay, Musaid, do you have something to share, ask, or we can progress?
I'm just asking, are we gonna do like topics, or are we gonna are you just gonna explain what Surah Yusuf is like? You're gonna recite it and we have to repeat it after you.
No. You guys don't need to repeat anything. We will be covering lessons which we learn from the story of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam, and you guys will make notes based on that. Yeah, is that clear? Yes, Muhammad Umar. Is that Muhammad Umar or is that Ibrahim? Yes, Ibrahim. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. I wanted to ask, is there gonna be an exam?
You want 71 people in this class to beat you up for asking if there's going to be an exam or not? People will start virtually beating you, man. Come on, there is no exam. Guys, there's no exam. Chill out. But that doesn't mean you guys don't focus. That doesn't mean you guys don't focus, okay? Yes, there are no exams, but then that doesn't mean you guys don't focus. Okay, fine. Before we start, I am going to do a poll and I want you guys to respond to that poll. Since this is a course of the Quran, okay, what I want to do is I need volunteers as to who would want to take part in reciting the ayahs of Surah Yusuf. I will present them on the screen and I'll need volunteers as to who all want to, so that you can recite. We'll have volunteers as to who want to recite. I will have volunteers as to who wants to do the translation. So yeah, first I'm just putting down a poll that whoever wants to be part of the recitation group, just let me know. So there's going to be a poll coming right away. Do you want to be part of the recitation group? Yes. And there is one more. There's one more question. Do you want to? Yes, you will be. Yes, you will have. You will see, and then you just have to recite. You don't need to recite it by heart. Do you want to be part? Similarly, translation will also be shown on the group. You just have to see that and just read it out loud. Okay, the polls have been sent. Can you guys have 3 minutes. Just respond to the just respond to the poll, please. Yes, somebody Rida Adil has raised a hand. Yeah,
Sir, I can't see it.
you can't see it.
No.
You guys can see it now? Yeah, it should be with you. You guys have 3 minutes to respond.
Sir, I still can't see it.
You still can't see it. A lot of people can see it. Uh, there is going to be a polls. If you go to more, you will see polls over there. Just click on that and then you will be able to see it. Yes, Sayyid Yahya Umar, you're raising your hand.
Yeah, so can we choose like both like yes or no?
You can choose both. No, you can choose to be part of both the groups. Yes, you can be. You can choose to be both.
Uh,
Yeah, Alman, you have something to ask.
Sir, I can't see the poll.
You can see the poll. Just click on more. When you click on more, you will see polls over there.
No, sir, there's nothing on the like polls.
Ibrahim Abbasi, you have something to ask?
Sir, is the translation gonna be written over there?
Yes,
We
yes,
have to
yes. It
read
will be.
out?
Yeah, it will be written over there. You just need to read it. That's fine. You don't need to do it on your own. Nothing. You just it will be shown on the screen and you just have to read it out loud.
English or
English. It will be in English. The course is in English. It will be in English. Yeah. Anybody, if I've responded to your question, just then remove the raise the hand icon so that I know that it's done. Rida Dil, you have a question? No. Okay, you're done. Okay, guys, 1 more minute and we're done. All right, so we're just ending the poll now. Subhanallah, there are so many people who have said no. I am surprised. Okay, I am just looking at the results of the poll and then we will start. All right. Okay. So let me filter it. Okay, so we have Abdullah as the first candidate. Okay. All right, guys. Just a background, an initial background on Surah Yusuf first, and then inshallah we will start with the ayahs. Okay, Surah Yusuf is a Makki surah. How many of you know what is a Makki surah? Raise your hand and I'll ask you guys. How many of you know what is a Makki surah? Yes, Muhammad Azim. What is a Makki surah?
A surah that was revealed in Makkah.
A surah which was revealed in Makkah. Okay. Hamad, what is a Makki surah?
It is the surah which was revealed before the migration of the Prophet.
Before the migration of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Migration from where to where? Hamad, I ask you a question. Migration of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam from where to where?
From Makkah to Medina.
From Makkah to Medina. Yes, that is the right answer. Muhammad Azim, it does not mean, a Makki surah does not mean which was revealed in Makkah Mukarramah. A Makki surah is that surah which was revealed before Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam migrated from Makkah to Medina. So there are certain surahs which were, or certain ayahs which were revealed after the migration to Medina, but they were revealed in Makkah Mukarramah. But those are called Madani surahs or ayahs. They're not called Makki surahs. Yeah. So is that clear to everyone?
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So that is the
Please read that, please. Sorry.
yeah. Okay. What it means is, so any ayah which was revealed after Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam migrating from Makkah to Medina, that's called a Madani ayah or surah, or any surah, any ayah which was revealed before the migration, that is called a Makki ayah, surah. And then the way, because, and then, okay, just to give you a background, not the entire ayahs of a certain surah are revealed at one time. The ayahs were revealed over a period of time and then compiled into one surah. So there can be, and which is the case in the story of in the Surah Yusuf also, there are majority of the ayahs were revealed, are majority of the ayahs are Makki except 4 ayahs. So when majority of the ayahs are Makki, that surah is called a Makki surah. When majority of the ayahs are Madani, that means a Madani surah. So it does not necessarily mean that all the ayahs of a certain surah would be Makki or Madani. It can be both ways. So over here also in Surah Yusuf, almost all the ayahs except 4 are Makki. 4 of them are Madani. That is why this surah is called a Makki surah. Yeah? Okay. The second bit is that the reason why the story of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam is special and it's different, because in the entire in the entire Quran, whenever stories of the prophets are revealed, they are revealed at separate places, and you can see them across the entire Quran. There will be one part in one of the surahs, the other in the other surah, the other in the other surah. So it's scattered around the Quran. But then the speciality of the story of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam is that the entire story has just come in one place, and that which is the story of which is the Surah Yusuf. So that is also one special thing about Surah Yusuf. The third thing, which is what is the reason of revelation? Why did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala send this surah down to Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam? So what happened is that the Jews, there were Jewish people who were living over there. So they asked Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam 3 questions. The first question they asked Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is, who was Zulkarnain? The second question which was asked was, what is Ruh? What is Ruh? Spirit, which we say. And the third question was that how did Bani Israel, how did the people of Yaqub alayhi salam move from Palestine to Egypt? In response to this third question, did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reveal the entire surah of Surah Yusuf alayhi salam, because in this surah there is the answer of the question of the Jews that, okay, how did the people of Yaqub alayhi salam move from Palestine to Egypt? So, and the reason why the Jews asked that question was that basically they wanted to basically prove the fact that Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is not a prophet, because so that they would, and every now and then they would come and ask difficult questions so that they can make Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, they can belittle him and they can basically prove a fact that he's not a prophet. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent down revelation, and despite Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam going to any teacher to learn about the stories of the past, Allah Ta'ala sent down revelation to him directly through Hazrat Jibreel alayhi salam and told the entire story of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam, which is, and this entire story covers all what is stated in Torah, which is the book of Prophet Musa alayhi salam, and it also gives further details. So basically it was the ideal response to the questions raised by Jews, and then instead of they making a point that, okay, see, he's not a prophet because he does not know this, Allah Ta'ala revealed such details to Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam that this basically became a dalil, this became an evidence that he is the prophet. Because how can he know all of this which happened so many years back, even without going to the teachers, even without the fact that he's not even read the Torah? How could he have responded to that question in such a manner? So this became an evidence and base to the fact that Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is a prophet of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. So that is the background of the story of Surah Yusuf. Yeah. A lot of you, I can see, are still raising their hands. As I said, if I've responded to your question or if that point has been done, just kindly just again remove that icon so that I know there are no unanswered questions, please. This will allow us to pace the class also in a manner that we can cover quite a bit. Yeah. So, but I can still see a lot of you have still raised hands. Are there any questions you guys have? Sorry, who has a question? Yeah, yes, Abdullah. Tell me.
Second question.
The second question was, what is Ruh? What is Ruh?
What is Ruh?
Yes. Yes, Muhammad Hassan. What is your question?
Sir, can you repeat the questions again?
The questions are, the first question was, who was Zulkarnain? The second question is, what is Ruh? And the third question is, how did Bani Israel move from Palestine to Egypt?
Sir, can you repeat the third question?
How did Bani Israel move from Palestine to Egypt? Can you please go on mute, please? Anybody who's not speaking, kindly go on mute. All right. Now we will start, inshallah. I understand there is somebody who's not on mute. Kindly be on mute, please. Everyone be on mute.
Was the entire surah revealed as such?
Sorry? Sorry, Mohammed Bilal, I had to make on mute because you were disturbing the the entire class. I put you on mute, please. We will progress.
Sir, can you please repeat the third question?
I cannot repeat the third question. I've been repeating multiple times. This is the last time I'm just gonna say it. Otherwise, we will not be able to cover the class. How did Bani Israel move from Palestine to Egypt? That is the third question. And to this question, this is the story of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam is a response to the third question. All right, moving ahead. Abdullah Yunus, can you please recite these ayahs which are stated on the screen, please?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام را تلك آيات الكتاب المبين إنا أنزلناه قرآنا عربيا لعلكم تعقلون نحن نقص عليك أحسن القصص بما أوحينا إليك هذا القرآن وإن كنت من قبله لمن الغافلين.
Jazakumullah khair. Sayyid Yahya Umar, can you please recite the translation, please?
Alif Lam Ra, these are the verses of the entitled book. We have sent it down as an Arabic Quran so that you may understand. By revealing this Quran to you, we hereby narrate to the best narrative, while before this you were among these unaware of it.
Jazakumullah khair. Sayyid Yahya Umar, the way you should be reading these translations out is that people can also understand. So see, there is one way to even read this as is Alif Lam Ra. These are verses of the enlightening book. We have sent it down as an Arabic Quran so that you may understand. By revealing this Quran to you, we hereby narrate to you the best narrative, while before this you were among those unaware of it. Yeah. So just so that you can just also use the commas and the full stop so that it will become easy for people to understand. So Allah Ta'ala says in these ayahs, so tilka ayatul kitab al mubin, that these are verses of the enlightening book. This book makes clear things and this enlightens people. This book guides people to the straight path. It distinguishes clearly what is right and what is wrong. By reading the Quran, by understanding the Quran, we understand, okay, what we should be doing and what we should not be doing. Inna anzalnahu Qur'anan Arabiyyan la'allakum taqilun, because this Quran was revealed at the time of Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam amongst Arabs. So Allah Ta'ala is saying that we have sent this Quran down in Arabic language. لَعَلَّكُمْ تَعْقِلُونَ, so that you can understand, because it's in your own language. You should be able to understand. But for us, majority of us over here, we are not Arab speaking, but then this should be one of our goals in our life, that we should learn Arabic. We should learn Arabic. Why? Because this is the language of Quran. This is the language of Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and this will be the language of Jannah also. So in order to understand what Quran is saying, we should be able to understand Arabic. If we understand Arabic, we can understand, because why did Allah Subhanahu wa Taala send this Quran down to us? Did it come just for recitation? Yes, it has come for recitation also. But what is the ultimate goal of this Quran? This is guidance. This is guidance, and this is what ulama say when in Surah Fatiha, when we recite, we call on to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala saying, Ihdina siratal mustaqim, that oh Allah, guide us towards the straight path. In Surah Baqarah, Allah Ta'ala says, Zalikal kitabu la rayba fihi hudal lil muttaqin, that this is a book in which there is no doubt. Hudal lil, this is guidance. This is guidance for people. So the Quran has been sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us. And we can only get guidance to it is by understanding what has been told. Allah Ta'ala states clearly in Quran what we should do, what we should not do, and the lessons are there in this. Just like we are doing this, we are doing this session now in order to get a lesson. So that is the whole point. That is why we are doing these sessions also to understand and take guidance. So we all of us, 70 odd people in this class, we all should have a goal that we all will learn Arabic and understand what Quran is telling us. And the end goal is, yes, once we understand, then we also act upon it. Yeah. Then Allah Ta'ala says, نَحْنُ نَقُصُّ عَلَيْكَ أَحْسَنَ الْقَصَصِ. By revealing this Quran to you, we hereby narrate to you the best narrative. This Allah Ta'ala has called Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam's story as the best story. And as I told you guys earlier, the purpose of narrating a story in the Quran is not that it has very good actors or the plot is very good or it has a lot of thrills and a lot of turns and this and that. It's that is not the purpose of this being a good story, of the best story. The reason why this is the best story is because this has the best lessons for us. There are so many lessons in the story of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam for me and you, so that we can learn and we can implement that and correct our lives. That is why this is the best story. When kunta min qablihi la min al-ghafilin, and Allah Ta'ala is saying, telling Nabi Kareem Sallallahu, and before this you were not aware of this. So this has been sent down as a response to the questions raised by the Jews, and Nabi Kareem Sallallahu did not know this earlier. So this is Allah Ta'ala is guiding Nabi Kareem Sallallahu also, and also this story also has lessons for Nabi Kareem Sallallahu also, that okay, see, this is what Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam also went through in his life. There were difficult times and all that. So that is also that you will also have difficult times, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will help you through those times. So this is also giving console to Nabi Kareem Sallallahu also, that okay, just like you are having difficult times with the people of Makkah, even prophets before you also had difficult times. And just like your people, your own family people in Makkah Mukarramah have gone against you. See, Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam's family also, what did they do there? What did they do to him? But eventually Allah Ta'ala took him out of all those difficulties and made things easy for them. So this is also,
3 women to the wedding.
yes, yeah, that inshallah we will cover. So this story is all, this surah is also giving console to Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam also. Yeah. Okay. Guys, when I ask you guys, is everything clear? Don't use the audio, just use the chat and say yes or no. So because otherwise there will be a lot of noise around. So until now what we've covered, is that clear to all of you? Is that easy? Is my pace okay? Am I going fast or slow? Okay. So majority of you are saying that is fine, inshallah. Okay, let's move ahead. Okay. So as I said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls this story as the best of the stories. Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam, in a hadith, Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam quoted that when he went to Mi'raj, he saw Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam over there, and he said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has granted half of the beauty to Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam, and half of the remaining beauty has been spread across the entire world. That is how beautiful Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam was. Yeah, and it's a complete story. And as I said, this is a story in which there are different tests. Some people were tested, some people, and there are ups and downs in the life of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam, which are lessons for us, which are lessons to Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam also. Which are the main characters of the story of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam? As you would expect and guess, it is Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam. The second, Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam. Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam. Who is Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam?
The father of Prophet Yusuf.
The father of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam. Okay, a question for all of you. Who is the father of Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam?
Ishaq.
Prophet Ishaq alayhi salam. Yes. And who is the father of Prophet Ishaq alayhi salam?
Ismail.
Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. So if you reflect, Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam is the son of a prophet who is the son of a prophet who is the son of a prophet. Subhanallah. What a blessed family.
Ibn Nabi, Ibn Nabi, Ibn Nabi, Ibn Nabi.
Yes. So that is how, what a beautiful chain, what a beautiful family chain is that. That he is the son of a prophet who is the son of a prophet who is the son of a prophet. Subhanallah. And then the third main character of the surah is Zulaykha, who is the wife of the governor. Who is this governor? Inshallah, we will cover that as we progress into the story. And the
Of
other,
Egypt.
yeah, the other main characters are the brothers of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam. Question to all of you: how many brothers did Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam have? 11 brothers. Yes, that's right. So
11.
11 brothers. Okay. And Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam, and Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam was on which number? What was his number amongst the 12 they were?
11.
The second youngest.
He was the yeah, he was the second youngest. All right. Jazakallah khair. Okay. Moving on. Now, Ali Muhammad Abbasi, can you please recite the ayahs which are now shown on the screen, please?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذ قال يوسف لأبيه يا أبت إني رأيت أحد عشر كوكبا والشمس والقمر رأيتهم لي ساجدين قال يا بني لا تقصص رؤياك على إخوتك فيكيدوا لك كيدا إن الشيطان للإنسان عدو.
Yes, Ali, go on. Ali, go on. Yeah.
وذلك يجتبيك ربك ويعلمك من تأويل أحاديث ويتم نعمته عليك وعلى آل يعقوب كما أتمها على أبويك من قبل إبراهيم وإسحاق إن ربك عليم حكيم.
Jazakumullah khairan. I am not sure there is a name. Okay, there's a name. Okay, there are some people who are still using their mother's name. Mustafa Ahsan, can you please read out the recitation, please?
Yeah, sure. When Yusuf said to his father, my father, I have seen 11 stars and the sun and the moon. I have seen them all prostrated to me. He said, my son, do not relate your dream to your brothers, lest they should advise against you a plan. Surely Satan is an open enemy for mankind, and in the like manner your Lord will choose you and teach you the interpretation of events, and will perfect his bounty upon you and upon the house of Yaqub, as he has perfected it earlier upon your father Ibrahim and Ishaq. Surely your Lord is all wise, all knowing.
Jazakumullah khair. Okay. So now what has happened over here is Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam has seen a dream in which he sees 11 stars prostrating to him, and the sun and the moon. Now, this has been interpreted as 11 11 which are his brothers, sun and the moon, his father and his mother prostrating to him. The question over here is, and the first lesson which we learn over here is, you know what is the age of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam at this point when he is seeing this dream?
Under Baya.
He is 7 years.
Uh,
As per some evidence, he was 7 years at this time. Now, see, the lesson one over here is something strange happened to him, something new he saw. The question is, to whom did he go to consult? To whom did he go to understand what's happening? To whom did he go to share?
His father.
His father. There is a lesson in this for us over here. When something new we experience, or something new which we see, which we are not clear about, which we are doubtful of, to whom are we going to these days? The question is, to whom are we going to these days?
scholars.
Yes, you might be going to scholars, is very good, but then majority of the people and the majority of the youth, when I see them, what
What was the question? I'm sorry, no, that
yeah, when guys, kindly be on mute, please. Kindly be on mute. So what I see around is, when people of your age, when something new they experience or something new they see, rather than sharing that with their parents and asking them, okay, is this right or is this wrong, or should I be doing this, should I be doing that, or speaking to a certain scholar, they go and speak to their friends, and they ask from them, okay, this is what is happening, what should I be doing, should I do this, should I do that? So if you reflect on this, as guys, kindly be on mute, please. Jazakallah. So the problem over here is, see, what happens is, your friends, because they are your age, they don't have that experience, and they don't have that knowledge also to help and guide you in these scenarios. So rightfully, just like Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam did, we should also be going to our parents to consult, because the experience which they have spent a lot more years in this world as compared to you and your friends, as compared to people around you. They've seen a lot, and because they've seen a lot, they have that experience, and they can guide you properly, or go and speak to a scholar. So that is one thing. People nowadays are going to their friends and asking. The other thing is, people have stopped even doing that. For example, if they have like a religious question or a doubt or something, rather than going to a scholar, what we're doing is we're going on Google, and we are asking Sheikh Google. Nowadays we are going to Chat GPT, and we are asking them. Now the problem over here is, because see, you need to understand how Google and Chat GPT also operates. Google and Chat GPT is there is the way it operates is that there is million and million sources of information behind, and you will go and just post and ask question over there. It will just fetch all the results to you and bring that down to you, and there is going to be 100 different opinions. One website will be saying something else, the other will be saying something else, this and that, this that is that, and rather than providing you a proper solution, it is just confusing you. And then top of that, a lot of is biased also, as in the more you research, the more you try to get an understanding about how these search engines work, and what should be shown at the top and what should be shown at the bottom. You know, right, the way how Google works, as in you need to pay so that your website comes at the top, or you need to do a certain thing so that you stay on the top. And not necessarily if somebody is being shown as a top result over there is the right response. No, it is not. It can there is a chance it might not be. So the problem is, a lot of these search engines are also biased. Now what is happening is, if we go over there and try and search, rather than, it will just confuse you. You might end up getting an answer which is not appropriate. So we need to get to the right people. We need to get into a more, just like Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam did. He went and spoke to his father. Go and speak to your father. Go and speak to your mother. Go and speak to a scholar if you have a question, if you need guidance, if you need to know something about something. so that you can get guidance, you can get the appropriate guidance. And guys, don't be in don't be in that mode that you go and consult and ask everything to your friends. You need to understand they are only your age, and they know quite less than what your parents know or your elders know or the scholars know. So there's a high chance that they might be misguiding you, and that's how people get misguided. Get into the mode that you consult with your elders, parents, and scholars. That is lesson number 1. Lesson number 2. Now, what did Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam tell him? Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam told him, "My son, do not relate your dream to your brothers, lest they should advise against your plan." What is Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam trying to tell him? Or if in today's age, if you tell, just don't post everything on social media. Okay, you've got an accomplishment, you've got an achievement, just don't go out and publicize it. That's the problem. That's the second problem, and that's the second lesson which we are learning from this is you should not be posting each and everything on social media. I'm out for a holiday, selfie. I'm doing this, that. I'm doing this and that. What? So there are whole researches going around that because on social media, what happens is everyone just posts their best. So now if somebody is like stuck at home and cannot do much, and if he's just looking at people, okay, he's having fun, that person is having fun, they're also doing this, he's also doing this. Now he's going into that mode. That firstly he is getting depressed. Second thing is hasad, jealousy. Nowadays people are so jealous of each and others. Yeah, they say a certain person has got a certain blessing, they just have that fire burning into them that okay, they get so jealous that they're like, okay, may Allah just take that blessing from him. As in, even if I don't get it, I don't care, but that this blessing should go away from that person. That is the mode in which people have gone. Now, the second lesson is we need to get away from this habit of posting everything on social media. This is not healthy, guys. This is not healthy at all. And this is what Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam is also telling his son. That because he knew his other sons, apart from Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam, they are jealous of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam. So he guided them. He guided Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam, telling, okay, don't go and tell your brothers about it, because they're gonna get jealous, and then shaitan is gonna use that and basically whisper in their heart and eventually cause damage to you. We need to save ourselves from this. We need to save ourselves from the jealousy of people. And one of the ways to save ourselves from hasad, which is jealousy, is stop publicizing your achievements, accomplishments, and blessings. This is the time where you need to keep things private. Second is also take the protection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yeah. How many of us are, when we are sleeping at home, we are reciting the Mu'awwidhatayn, Surah Falaq and Surah Nas before sleeping? How many of us are reciting that in the evening also? Those surahs give us protection from shayateen and from the hasad of other people. So we need to also take the protection of Allah. Firstly, stop publicizing, come in the protection of Allah, so that Allah Ta'ala saves us from the hasad of people, from the jealousy of people, and from the whispers of shaitan. That is also something which is very important. And you know how much dangerous jealousy is? Yeah. Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said in a hadith, avoid jealousy, for jealousy destroys the good deeds, just like fire destroys wood or grass. Just like fire just destroys the wood or grass, that's how jealousy just destroys the good deeds of people. So A, we don't make people jealous of us also. B, we don't become jealous of others also. Yeah. So we need to save ourselves from jealousy, and we need to save ourselves from other people feeling jealous of us. Yeah. So I think the time is up, as we have confirmed that we'll keep it to 6 p.m. inshallah. So by then, what I request you all is, please be on time. So we should be able, today was the first day, so we delayed this a bit. We started 5:05, but then from tomorrow onwards, let's start on time. 5 p.m. means 5 p.m. so that we can have a proper proper 1 hour in which we can do our sessions, inshallah. And don't forget the lessons which we have learned today. Lesson 1 was basically consult your elders, speak to your elders, speak to scholars, stop consulting your friends, stop consulting in religious matters and in somewhat other matters also, Google or ChatGPT and all that, because you need to know how to use them in order to start using them. Second thing is, the lesson which we learned is, stop posting your achievements and accomplishments on social media, guys. Not everything needs to go on social media. We are attracting a lot of unwanted attention by posting things over there. All right. Jazakumullah khair, everyone. I think Abdullah, you have a question. Can you please? Yeah.
Yes, you said in the ayah the Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam said to Yusuf alayhi salam, "Don't go to your brothers because all of them are jealous from you."
Mm-hmm.
So one guy here said, "Accept Binyamin." So is it real that accept Binyamin?
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. Except Binyamin. Binyamin was not jealous of him. Yeah. It was the elder ones, the elder 10, they were the ones who were jealous. Alright, Jazakumullah khairan to everyone. Inshallah, I'll see you tomorrow. Wa akhiru da'wana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.